at what Aunt Jill's concocting over here.
For those of you that are watching on Judah's channel, please turn to the Papa's Kitchen as soon as you possibly can and join. Don't just come over, but join and subscribe.
Is there some sort of cult going on over there that
we have giveaways every month. We do giveaways, major prizes. Right now, a lot of people are hoping to get that house given to them. It's a big 48,000-foot mansion in the hills of Tennessee. Join today.
Happy birthday, dear Nana. Nana, happy birthday, dear Nana. Happy birthday, dear Nana. Happy birthday, dear Nana. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nana. May you have many, 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 many more. May you have so many, many more. May you have many, 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 many more. May you have many, many more. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nana. Alright, hi everyone. We are here in the kitchen. I'm with my grandpa, or as many of you might know him, the Papa's Kitchen. And today, he's gonna show me how to make key lime pie.
Yeah. I've never done this one before, so this is a first.
Oh, it's a first for you too.
Yep, first for me. I've eaten good key lime pie in Key West, Florida. And this recipe is a no-bake key lime pie recipe. And it really is what you would get. In fact, I was with my brothers and their wives, so 6 of us on a cruise. We stopped in Key West, right at the base down there, and they've got a thing called the Key West Pie Company. You go in, and what we did, we had coffee, all of us, and then we ordered one big pie, and we sat there and ate the whole pie.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's just wonderful. So we're gonna try to replicate that a little bit here today. And this is an easy recipe. Now, I am cheating, I will admit up front. Normally, I would make a graham cracker crust with about 10 graham crackers in the mixer or in your food processor, better actually. And then about a teaspoon of salt and a whole stick of melted butter. Yeah, unsalted melted butter. That's what I wanted to say. And by the way, with the key lime, one of the things to do with the crust when you're making it, I ended up cheating. Like I said, we bought ourselves a crust, but it's still a graham cracker crust. It's a Keebler, so those people know what they're doing. And we're sort of saving time by doing this. What you should do though, when you're making your own, take your zester and take the lime and put some lime zest in the crust. Now we're gonna put some lime zest on the bottom. From this lime, and you just want the top green part. You just want to put all that beautiful lime. This is going to be so good. And this is a key lime. Key lime is an actual type of lime. It isn't nearly as tart as just a regular lime. And we tried to find, I can get key limes all day long, and they did have them at the local grocery store, but remember, they're really tiny. They're called miniature, and they would have been hard to work with, and I would have had to buy 2 bags of those things to just get the key lime juice that we're going to need. So there is a workaround, there's a hack. You can use regular lime juice, but to really make it key lime, we're going to use a 1/2 cup of juice. We do a 1/4 cup of regular lime juice and a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and that will, and I'm going to cheat there a little bit, and that will be the key lime hack, or the flavor of key lime juice. They said on their site, I was a little upset with the particular store, local, I won't say who it is.
They know who it is, I already filmed that.
Oh, you did? They have on their website key lime juice, and I went to look for it, and they didn't even know what I was talking about. So we're just gonna riff it and do it right here. This is gonna be so good, you're gonna love it. So without having mixed my crust together, I'm just making sure that that lime zest gets down there on the bottom, and then our filling will pour on top. So that's going to be just, oh, so good. Look at there. See?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's going to be a good deal. Now then, let's get going. And here's how we start this. This is a no-bake key lime pie. Nothing, the oven's not even on. It's too hot. It's summertime. We don't do that. In a normal, like key lime or cheesecake kind of thing, you put like egg yolks in, and it's the binder. We need a binder. And even though we're going to use cream cheese and we're going to use sweetened condensed milk, it will sort of bind up in the fridge, and that'll be all right. But this is an unflavored gelatin pack. And so what we're going to do, we're going to make our own little binder, if you would.
Here, I'm trying so hard to get my water and not make a sound. Open the squeaky door.
I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of cold water in this bowl, and this is a microwave ready bowl because we're going to have to heat the gelatin up a little bit later, and I'll show you what we're going to do there. And so 2 tablespoons of cold water. And by the way, what you want is a bowl that's wide enough so you can sprinkle this gelatin across the top. You know what I'm saying? If you put it all in a small little cup or something, it gets clumpy. And you want 1 3/4 worth of gelatin. 1 teaspoon, 1 3/4 teaspoon. So I'm gonna just 3 of these 1/4 teaspoons. Really about a whole packet, but doing it this way, you ensure both the measurement and you ensure that you're not dumping it in. Putting it all around. And you can see it goes in like a powder, and then all of a sudden it starts to absorb that water.
Yep.
And that's what we want. And we want that water, by the time we're back here, that water will be almost all absorbed, and we'll heat this up. So that's where we're at with that. We'll let that set right now. Now what I am going to do at room temperature, I've got myself 2 8-ounce packs of cream cheese. This is the full fat. This is the good stuff. You really want the good stuff for this. Whoop. Yeah, dump that in there. There you go. And another one. And then what we're going to do is begin creaming this together. And we just want it because it's in room temperature. There you go. And so let's bring that down and let's get this creaming for a second. There you go. And we'll just let that go for a few moments. And take a couple of limes in here of zest. And then we're going to use our limes later. I've got 1 here. We'll wait until this is creamed up a little bit more so it'll move. And then we're going to take the juice of these 2 limes plus some lemon juice, and we'll make a modified key lime juice.
This one's 100% vanilla, so
yeah,
I love
it's
it.
great. I'm making my own vanilla right now.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to.
Vodka and rum.
I want to learn how to do that.
I have 2 batches. Double
Really?
fold, yeah.
You have to show me how you do
I
that. Are you making a video about it?
No.
You should.
Yeah, I should.
I know you're watching this, Judy. Thank you for gifting this to me.
Okay, now we're not ready for that yet, but we are going to put our zest in here. So let's take, and this is the most work that you're going to do with this pie, is put the zest, particularly when you don't have a zester even anywhere in this house. I would have bought you one. Or the neighborhood. I don't understand.
So we need a zester.
You need always a zester. I have one over at my house here, and I should have brought it, but whatever. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this, but you can use what you want, and just bring and get these 2 things zested really good. See, a zester would go so fast, you can't even imagine. That's the lemon juice right there, 1/4 cup. And then we're going to also add to that a 1/4 cup of lime juice. And that's going to make, while he's zesting, that's going to make our key lime flavor, if you would. It's so beautiful, so rich. We got the stuff in there, and we're going to mix it all up. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to add, I need a little bit of salt, about 1/4 teaspoon of salt in here.
Right. You probably want to do it even less than what you want.
With this, about like that, then do that. And we're going to let that go, and that's getting all nice and creamed up there. What we're going to do, as this does its thing, we're going to add next sweetened condensed milk. That's going to bring a nice flavor, and then we're going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla paste in this case. So let's do this. Let me turn this off, Let me back this up, that whole thing. That's great. You take this spoon and get it out. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, see, you can't leave any of that behind.
This looks so sweet.
Yeah. And all that is, folks, is a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk.
There we go.
And it's just perfect. And then once you get that little thing, scrape your spoon into there, and with your finger, it's fine. I mean, those are your best tools right there, your fingers, your hands. Okay, great.
I'm gonna take a teaspoon of this.
And that's just perfect. That's all you need right there. And that'll mellow everything out really, really, really nice. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this go for a little bit as well. And this is gonna begin to form a beautiful creamy base for our filling. Yeah, now what I want you to do, if you would for me, is cut these limes. I think it's gonna take maybe 1 or 1.5, I'm not sure it'll take 2, and cut them in half, and then we're gonna put them in the squeezer here. And we want another 1/4 cup worth, so about another doubling of what you've got in there. There you go, just squeeze really hard, get those things out. And by the way, one of the ways to make sure you get all is do this when you're doing your limes before you, or your lemons, before you do that. And if they're really tough, put them in the microwave for 15-20 seconds.
I did not know that one. I did
Yeah.
already roll these up a bit,
Okay,
but I didn't know to put them in the
you'll
microwave.
get all the juice out that way. And honestly, I think that one is just about going to do it. Why don't you do another half?
All
And I
right,
think
so
we'll be all set. Now, as we're doing this, Judah,
Yeah.
I want you to pour a little bit in first, just a little bit in here.
good.
Yeah, and then let it mix around a little bit, just a little.
Like that.
Yeah, a little bit more, just slightly more. There you go. That's good. That's good.
About half of it.
And we're going to let that, look at how glistening it begins to get. It's just gorgeous. We're going to wait here, and we're going to sort of help temper things with this jello. So what I want to do now is I'm going to take this and put it in the microwave for about 15-20 seconds. This thing will dissolve from the middle out. And yeah, so we want it to be loose, and then we're going to sort of temper it like we do eggs. And the reason is, if we can get it blended, it won't go in as a clump. If you put it in, it could clump, and then you really got yourself a problem. And I'll show you what that's going to look like. But if you were to just dump this in without sort of pre-mixing it a little bit, it would really give you some problems.
You get clumped up.
You really would. So what you can get for me is a large spoon, if you could, Judah, and I'll show you how we're going to do this. See, it's still not quite dissolved. So let's put it back in a little bit more and get that all dissolved.
How large are we talking?
That big one. I think we're okay. Let me have the spoon. And again, no, we gotta get that. See, we want that. We don't want that clumpy. So there, I'm sort of helping it a little bit because it was all on the one side. Let me just do a little bit more, and it's sort of, you gotta watch it a little bit and get it like you want it. That should probably closer. Still not quite. Come on, come on. All right, that did it. Now, oh yeah, okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of our, take a look at this, lift this up.
All right, there you go.
We're going to take a little bit of this and we're going to put it in here, and we're going to temper this thing and get that all stirred up like that so that it mixes correctly. See, even there, I've got a little bit of a lump. I'm going to get that out of there if I can. But down and around, because I want that to be mixed well. And I don't want any lumps. You don't want to bite into a gelatinous lump in your key lime pie.
Yeah, you want it to be one consistent.
One consistent all the way through, but this is the binding agent, basically. Oh, that looks great. And I'm going to actually even put a little bit of this in to help it as well. So we want to get that all mixed so nice.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There you go, see? That's why I held some of that back. Oh yeah, now see, that's going to be good. So put that down and get it mixing, and I'm going to pour this in as you do, okay? Slowly on, you know, number 2 or 3. There you go. And we're gonna just add that in little bit at a time so it gets all around.
You want it to be consistent.
You want it to be consistent all the way through the pie. Okay, and you can turn it off just for a second because I'm gonna try to get some of this out of here. I don't wanna miss any of that good flavor. There we go. All right, there you go. And then pour the rest of this in. Let everything mix up really nice. And with this, it's just a matter of everything going a little slower than normal, just so that you get it done correctly. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be so very good. Now, one more time, take your spatula and lift this up and shove everything down on the sides if you could, okay?
All right. The consistency of this has changed quite a bit. It's very
beautiful. Oh, it's just so nice. Okay, great. And then sort of, yeah, get all that off because there's still some undone cream cheese there and we don't want that. Okay, let's bring it down, get it rolling again a little bit. There you go. And that is the filling. Now, after we pour this into the pie shell, we're going to put it in the fridge and it's going to need to set up overnight. Here today, right now, it's almost 4 o'clock. So we're gonna set this up. And when we come back in the morning or tomorrow sometime or whatever, it'll all be nice and firm in the pie shell. And we're gonna make ourselves with some heavy cream and some honey and salt. We're gonna make a honey salted topping to go on top. So all we do here, I'll just show you, is we pour it in.
It's a different color than you usually see when you order one.
There's food coloring.
Because there's no food coloring or any of that.
This is all natural. And see, honestly, your mixer attachment I don't think does as well as maybe mine. It left some of that cream cheese down at the bottom, you see? And we don't want that. We don't want that in there. That's going to be a very hard way to eat a pie. But here's some other good stuff right here, and we'll put that in there.
And some of that cream cheese stuff got in there.
Yeah, and so it just didn't blend on the bottom well. We probably should have put that down. I didn't realize that thing wasn't working right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't see that until we poured it. So.
Yeah, but hey, first time for everything. And that is the pie. What we're gonna do, like I say now, is that's gonna set up overnight. You gotta keep your brothers and sisters from putting their fingers in it.
We're gonna have to probably take it out to the garage.
Alrighty. And you might even wanna put lightly a piece of tin foil over the top.
Should we do that right now?
Yeah, don't press it down.
It's good.
Is it?
I didn't take a taste of it.
You should. It's really good. I ate plenty of myself.
That's a cream.
It is good.
This might be the best key lime pie I've ever had.
We're done.
All right, so
Whoa.
now that that's done, we will see you in the morning.
Yeah.
Sometime tomorrow.
And we'll get the mixer back out.
Since we're gonna, for them, they don't have to wait. They're gonna see that immediately.
Oh, that's right.
You're gonna repeat that. We'll see you tomorrow. Hello. So it's the next day. We have let this sit overnight.
It turned out beautiful.
20 hours or something.
Yeah. We've got troubles, but it turned out beautiful.
It's just right.
Yeah, it's all firm, everything. It's gonna be great. So now what we want to do is we want to put a topping on it of sorts. Okay, it's just sort of plain. By the way, this morning, as we were getting ready, I stopped by a different grocery store, and they had that key lime juice that I was looking for yesterday. So it's a actual squeezing, if you would. It's a natural of key limes, not limes, but key limes.
I already zoomed in on it.
Yeah, we didn't use it, of course, for this recipe, but make this thing again for your family or your friends or your neighbor.
Yeah, I have.
Or, if you know of an older lady that is just, lonely or whatever, you can make a pie. And so we got that, and then what I did do, I found a zester. So I am now bequeathing this zester to Judah. Judah, this is yours. I hand you the zester. It's a symbol of authority. It's a symbol of cookery. And now you have it. Well, that's how it is. So we're gonna zest some lemon today, right way. on this pie after we get it. So that's yours, okay? So here we go. It's a very simple honey salted whipped cream. That's basically what it is. It's just that easy. And I'm going to put into this bowl here, we're gonna put about a cup. Let's get this thing going. We're gonna, is there a cup measure? How do you all read that? Okay, there we go.
No, half of it's a cup. It's a 2-cup thing. So.
It is? Okay. We're gonna put in a cup of whipped cream. And before we do, you know what's the better way to do this? So that it really blends right. Put in a good tablespoon or tablespoon and a half, there you go, of honey down at the bottom. There you go. There you go. Come on, you can do it. There you go. That's really not a tablespoon, it's more like a teaspoon. So put 2 or 3 of those in.
This thing is
sticky.
Honey can get so
messy, yeah. There you go. Do one more. Yeah, I think you'll be great. Alrighty. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on the mixer. You can just take your finger and do like that. That's how you do that. There you go. There you go. Now you're cooking with class and style. Well, we're gonna put the whisk attachment on, and we're just gonna pour this in, and we're gonna start whisking this thing like crazy. And this is gonna be so good. In fact, I'm gonna put just a little bit more in. There we go. And off we go to the races. And we want that to start to firm up. So we're done with the honey. If you want to put that back, boy, that's really sticky. But I'll let you do that. Ooh. And what you could do is when this gets done, you could put all the whipped cream in a piping bag and then make it all nice and do all sorts of designs depending on the tip on the piping bag. But we're not. We're just going to get a big spoon out of the cupboard and we're going to put some dollops all the way around. And then we're gonna do some zesting of the lime so people know what they're eating. And then we're gonna, did you make some coffee?
Yep, I've got some coffee.
All right, so we're gonna have some nice stuff here.
You can use a Ziploc bag and like cut the little end off.
You could, yep, you sure could. Now listen, the other thing, I didn't do it, but on a metal bowl like this, it's good if you'll put it in the freezer for about 20 minutes and beforehand, but we're gonna be okay. And I even put the whisk attachment in the freezer.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
That makes that. Yeah. I can see why you want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's starting to firm up.
It is. It's starting to firm up. Now listen, while that's doing that, it's still a little bit liquidy. Put a pinch of salt in. We want that salt, honey flavor kind of thing. Okay. I would say if you're measuring, put about a quarter of a teaspoon in. And really, that's just about where we want things. Right there. Look at. You can tell that is, see maybe a little bit more, just a little bit more. We're gonna do just a slightly more. Let me just put it down a little bit, and we're gonna do just a bit more. Now my grandmother, which you would have never met, and your great-grandmother, if you'd ever, it's my mother's mother.
So great.
Great-grandmother.
Great, that's right. Yep. Now that you mention it, she used to beat this by hand.
Really?
Yeah, it took, oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
But look that's a nice stiff peak right there. You see?
Yep.
So let me just make sure though, that we got all the honey off. And really, the only way to test this is the finger test to see if it tastes like you want it. Yeah, I still think it could go a little bit longer. Isn't that funny? Oh yeah, that is so good. Okay, let me do this. Let me put it back in, and I'm gonna go high for just 30 seconds maybe. I just want it a little stiffer, but we don't want to make butter. So there you have it. Now we've got it like we want it.
There we go.
See? Nice and stiff. So get a spoon. Let's play with this a little bit. Although we're not supposed to play with our food. There you go. And what I would do is I would just take a spoonful and put it right like that and go around. Yeah, in fact, I should have made that one taller.
You know what else you can do?
What?
Put it in those plastic bags.
Yeah.
That's what I
She
said.
mentioned that. Piping bag, they call it.
That's what I said.
No, you can make your own piping
That's
bag.
what she said.
With a Ziploc bag and then cut out the end.
There you go.
I'll do that when I decorate.
What?
Oh,
We film.
We
We
film
think of
and
the
we-
same
we-
thing.
yeah.
I mean, gosh, Belle.
my goodness.
Now, if you really want to make,
There's a bunch of stuff in there. What was that? Vanilla.
Oh, it
Vanilla.
must be,
Yeah.
oh, it looks like a
Vanilla.
clump
Oh,
of
in
honey.
this here.
That's,
No,
no,
in
a
the
clump of
whipped
honey.
cream.
Oh, in the whipped cream. What is
like
it?
It was like a
it's
clump of honey.
It was a
It's
pocket
the,
of honey.
oh, it's a pocket of honey. Okay, we
Yeah.
didn't quite.
I wondered what that was.
If you really want to be known as in the family the best brother or whatever the case may be, yeah. See, I didn't get that off there as like I wanted to. Boy, your mixer doesn't quite go down to the bottom to be perfect.
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
It is an odd mixer.
I think none of them do.
No, mine does. Mine grabs everything down there. Yeah. See them, honey?
Oh, look at that, honey.
Yeah. See, that's not supposed to be.
She's always gonna
I
get
should
a
have melted
mouthful of
it if I
honey.
knew that was going to be there like that. And if you, like I said, if you really want to be the best brother in the world, keep this bowl and you take it out there with them children
Oh, yeah.
and you let them
But then
lick it off. Yeah. Look at there. Okay, now you could have done anything, right? Now, zest away, buddy. Zest away. There you go. And it'll collect up here, the zester will.
Oh yeah.
You get used to it after a bit. Well, we're anxious to see how this actually turned out because we did have some mixing problems yesterday with the cream cheese not sort of folding in right.
How does that look?
That look, you're the cook. How does it look to you? You got to serve it. I think it looks great.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. So you might want to take some pictures of that before so that you can maybe pin it to your some of your sites or whatever.
Yeah, I gotta get it on the socials, right? For the gram.
For the gram.
Very nicely done. So there you have it. You got it, Judah.
It looks incredible. Can't wait to take a bite out of it.
Oh, that looked good.
We're gonna have a little video outside.
I have a cup.
All right, here we are. We got our pie, we got our coffee. We got a dog that knows exactly what we're about to do.
Yes.
And we're gonna dig in. Try it. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Good?
Oh yes. Yeah.
I think I'm starting to understand what heaven is like.
Yeah. Now see, I would like a little bit more tang, but I think it's the lime, the key lime. Sue, come here, try this.
I think I would be happy with more of that juice, more of the lemon juice.
Yeah,
and lime
me
juice.
too.
Let's have the key lime, get a little more kick.
It's good. It's good.
Very good.
It's good.
It could, you're right, it could use a little bit more tang and kick. It could have more juice.
Sour.
A little bit more sour, but honestly, texture, consistency,
It's perfect. This is better than I thought it could have turned out.
and it always goes with a good cup of coffee. So you want to say goodbye to the people so we can go ahead and sit down and eat like we need to, like decent human beings.
For sure. So, first of all, this is not the only video that we did. We have a second video over on his channel, The Papa's Kitchen, where I showed him all my ramen tricks.
Yes.
So you're gonna want to check that out. And also, try this recipe. This is like the best key lime pie I've ever
It's
had.
really good.
It's very good.
And challenge, make your own crust. This worked out great, but you can do it just as well. And homemade is always better because it will have more butter flavor in it, and that really is good. And then use that key lime or get some key lime limes.
Oh yes. Let me know in the comments your favorite key lime pie tricks, because I know a lot of you probably have made different versions of this before.
Yeah.
Let me know what you did. I want to know, because I'm gonna try this again, and I want to try your tricks.
Listen, they don't have to go to Florida now to get a key lime pie.
Yeah, we're bringing Florida to you.
Yep.
All right, thank you for watching. Have a good day. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye. Just that. Here, Nana.
No, I don't want a piece.
Plate.
Okay. Get a fork.
Micah, get a plate.
Man, it's so good.
That's gonna make
Came home at the right time. Totally.